Sudite music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here. Talking about real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. So I'm attempting to do a video about Bruce Springsteen appearing tonight on the Stephen Colbert show, a show I have never watched, although I did see a clip of dancing syringes on the show. Basically, Stephen Colbert was doing a little show advertising for doing the thing. And the whole show, I think, was brought to you by Pfizer and Moderna. Good for Stephen Colbert. I'm sure he's cashing in because that's what all of these people do. Somebody sent me a highlight reel of all the different things that were being sponsored by Pfizer. And the thing went on for about 5 minutes. All of the different shows, sports, music. The Real Music Observer is being brought to you by Pfizer. No, wrong answer. It's not. Otherwise, I wouldn't need subscribers. I wouldn't need patrons. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you sell out. And Stephen Colbert, of course, is a sellout. And it's the blue team, always good and noble and perfect and smart. And the other team, whether it's a red team, a yellow team, or a team with, like, I don't know, no color, colorblind team, all of those other teams, well, you know, they're bad. And we're going to find a way to kind of defeat them. But typically, you know, it's the blue team against the red team, and the red team is evil and the blue team is good. See, I'm kind of either on the yellow team or the black team. I'm not really sure. I like a lot of the people on the red team. I don't like anybody on the blue team. Just throwing it out there. I don't like them. But Stephen Colbert and Bruce Springsteen, they like them a lot. So why is Bruce Springsteen going on with Stephen Colbert? Well, he's going to be interviewed and he's going to deliver a solo performance. What? No E Street Band? Come on, man. To quote the current president, if I'm going to see Springsteen, right, where the heck is the E Street Band? So Springsteen has 2 upcoming releases that he can promote on the show. So it's definitely going to be a love fest between Colbert and Springsteen. But this is interesting, right? So Springsteen has something called Renegades, Born in the USA, the book Bruce co-authored with former President Barack Obama. And it will be published. And in November, the legendary 1979 No Nukes concert, a film and album documenting Springsteen's performances with the E Street Band at the historic Muse benefit concerts at New York's Madison Square Garden. And those will be released in various forms. This will mark the 3rd time Springsteen has been a guest on The Late Show, having previously appeared on the program on October 2020, which of course is perfect timing because the election was in November. And again, he was there on September of 2016. So he's basically there to promote political candidates, typically people like Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and the comatose guy who's currently in the office now. Now, as you know, on this program, I have stated that I'm kind of like on the purple team or on the gold team or the black team, being kind of black-pilled, if you know what that means. I see all of this as just political theater. But what's interesting about Springsteen is, you know, his stock value has plummeted in recent years. I mean, even the focus testers have gotten to Bruce Springsteen, and in a fairly big way. I don't hear anything by Bruce Springsteen other than a couple of tracks from Born in the USA, namely the title track Maybe you'll hear Glory Days, and maybe you'll hear Dancing in the Dark. And that's it. No other Springsteen. No Born to Run. No Hungry Heart. Nothing. Springsteen has been focus tested down to almost nothing. But he holds tremendous sway when he's got both hands on the steering wheel, and he's not being pulled over, and the officer is not asking him for his license and registration. Remember, right after the Super Bowl, Springsteen had that little DUI thing happen. Oh, and let's talk about the Super Bowl last year, right? So a historic win, Tom Brady, Super Bowl number 7. Of course, people were talking about Bruce Springsteen's Jeep commercial, right? Where he's basically pleading for unity and middle ground, even though he's never been in the middle. Bruce Springsteen has never been a middle grounder. He has been a left grounder. He has been a neoliberal grounder. What's weird is he's promoting this no nukes concert, right? Which is kind of an anti-war thing, wouldn't you say? Anti-war, and pretty much like the guy he wrote the book with, he was like drone striking all kinds of people. The current guy, yeah, he took some troops out of Afghanistan, but he also said that he might put them back in there. And of course, the withdrawal was riddled with problems. And we are still occupying a number of countries all over the world. And look, your guy is in there. This is the guy you like. So he can go bomb anybody he wants to, right? Because he's your guy. And this is the tragedy of modern political thinking, where the celebrities all come out and support the worst people possible who don't care about the little guy. I mean, Springsteen used to kind of be this blue collar rock star, especially in the 70s. And then in the 80s, he became famous, and then he kind of lost that image and became like Bruce Springsteen, the recluse. But prior to that, he was writing all of these authentic American sort of bass songs, at least experiential things. I mean, people were saying, hey, he's the new Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen. He's not the new Bob Dylan. He was never even in the same category as Dylan. Vocally, they have about the same singing ability. I would give the edge a little bit to Springsteen, but, you know, no longer. I mean, Springsteen just doesn't, I mean, he never had the vocal chops to do a whole lot. But the point is, people wanted to hear Springsteen for his amazing lyrics, for those incredible songs that would really stick to your ribs, you know, like eating a good meal. The problem is with Springsteen is he's irritating. He doesn't see the bigger picture. He's fallen into the trap where, hey, I'm a celebrity. This is what I'm supposed to do. Stephen Colbert, it's a perfect show for me. I'm going to get the royal treatment. The red carpet's going to be laid out there, and I can do my little solo gig out there, and people are going to love it because I'm Bruce Springsteen, and I can't stand middle America. Wait, what? Aren't you the guy who was supposed to sing songs that were geared toward middle America? It's all these people who used to kind of be the working class hero. They've all abandoned the working class, and then they still pretend that they love the working class, even though they support people who destroy the working class. Have you noticed that? And anybody with kind of conservative or traditional values, they're a big problem. They're a big problem. They're not enlightened. And I'm sure they'll talk about The Thing tonight, right? I'm sure the subject will come up. I'm sure Colbert was like, so, have you done The Thing? And Springsteen's going to say, yes, I've done it twice, and then I got the booster, and I'm ready to go. That's why I can be here, because I'm fully thinged, and I'm safe, and everybody here is going to be safe. I'm sure everybody in the Colbert audience is thinged, and they're all cheering, and they're all waiting for the encore of the syringes to come out. Maybe that will be Springsteen's opening act tonight, the dancing syringes. Look, folks, If you haven't seen the writing on the wall yet, it's because you need some glasses, maybe. The writing is blaring. It's bugging out at you. And the fact that Springsteen is going on with Stephen Colbert is about as surprising as, like, I mean, I don't know. What's not surprising? You know, sewer drains? I mean, what thing in the world is not surprising? This is what it should be. And for those people who are going to stay up and hope that Springsteen will do like Born to Run or something, I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't bet on it. Look, I'm kind of a old time fan of Springsteen before I really got acquainted with what he's all about. I thought The River was a great album. I thought Born to Run was a great album. Greetings from Asbury Park. Those are pretty decent records. And in a way, there is some sad nostalgia attached to the fact that those songs aren't played on the radio anymore. I really don't care about the content, like the lyrical content. I care more about musical diversity, and I care about the things that used to be common and comfortable, and all of those things have gone away. And Bruce Springsteen, unfortunately, isn't nostalgic. He's always trying to kind of move forward. And I think he knows that he's, you know, not a very enduring artist, even though everybody in the world tells him he is, whether it's Rolling Stone or Stephen Colbert or radio stations that focus on what he's doing next. Did any of the stations that talked about Springsteen's last album actually play anything off his last album, which was very Americana, and other than Springsteen's voice, didn't even resemble the Bruce Springsteen we once knew and kind of liked? No, of course not. But they'll talk about it. It's like the old uncle. Hey, the old uncle has a record coming out, right? Maybe you should go out and check it out. We're not going to play it, but, you know, hey, what the hell, right? So anyway, kind of a video about nothing here other than stating the obvious, that Bruce Springsteen and Stephen Colbert, I mean, they might as well be brothers.